Happy anniversary.
Let me be the 4,000th person in your personal life to tell you that this is a landmark moment in political history. No.
Thank you, Rachel. That's all we need to hear. But if you want the news of what has been going on since that night, you phony faker, and that continues because of people like the phony faker. Let's see.
We're in right now. There are protests in the streets tonight, big ones. This was just before our show went on the air tonight. This is out my window in my office. Huge, loud protest against Donald Trump being elected president went by. This is out my window from my office.
And as we can tell, things haven't changed. The strategy may have a little bit from the DNC because, well, they're losers and they don't know how to lose whatsoever. But yes, happy anniversary to the President of the United States for being 1 year, still surviving, as President of the United States. I will be posting links to all these in the description box to give credit to where credit's due. And really, this was just the beginning of where we are. And probably it's just taking different avenues because the mainstream media primarily keeps feeding the narrative. But it doesn't just come from the mainstream media. No, it comes from the people that were in charge before as well. Let's revisit how happy Miss Clinton was on July 5th, 2016, whenever it was found out and determined that regardless of all the heinous crimes that she committed, gross negligence, transferring of classified and confidential information, and, well, you know, the 13-minute schmeal that Mr. Comey stood up there and told everybody, then he turned around to tell everybody, also on a Tuesday morning, that the agency of the FBI was closing that case. And he also added that the FBI wasn't going to recommend any sort of charges because no reasonable prosecutor could determine that charges were warranted here. That's right. And he continued to hold that. But here we are, an election later, a year later, and this is unconfirmed, but this story has come out, and I haven't heard anything, and this is a little bit different, but this is about the bribery allegations. Are we going to get a special prosecutor for something else?
So Republicans in Congress are calling for a second special counsel to investigate possible Democratic wrongdoing during the election. Nearly 24 members of the House Judiciary Committee signed a letter to the Justice Department urging it to examine possible collusion between Hillary Clinton and the Obama administration in the email probe, as well as intelligence unmasking and links between Democrats and foreign actors in Ukraine and Russia.
Now, if everything goes the way it should go in the way of law, she, along with the Obama administration and everybody who held their hand in that, Mr. Comey, will all be facing legal ramifications. Links in the description box. Moving on, and what I hope will help this. Well, let's see, what do we have out just today? Fusion GPS partner strikes deal to testify before the House Intel Committee. No, I'm not going to get too excited because, well, history. We know how history is. But it's an exciting day nonetheless because we're here at our year anniversary and Mr. Trump is still alive. And hopefully the people that are striking these deals to testify before the House Intel Committee will remain breathing as well. Links in the description box. In order to try to see about what might be going on, you know what? I was so surprised because I went to Google to find out, well, what about the special prosecutor for Hillary now? What's going on? You know, what do we see? Can we rerun that? Is there anything yet? No. No. Do we put bribery? Bribery. Do we have anything? Is there anything? Oh, nope. Just the one I just showed you. This one. Yeah, Mr. Gowdy, he's said some things lately. I don't want to rip my heart out, but I'll be prepared to know that that's exactly the way things are.
I got your message. Leaving town. Thought about
chance, even a sliver of a chance that Russia was trying to influence our election and was trying to gain access to Hillary Clinton, who they assumed would be the next president of the United States, through...
I like this this channel. This is the Truth Series. I do sub to them, but the original channel that she is on, and oh my goodness, it escapes me right now. Okay, sorry about that. It escapes me, but you probably follow her too because we're all in the same algorithms.
Through giving her favors and then getting uranium in return, why wouldn't it be in our best interest to investigate that?
It is in our interest. We could investigate anything you want. If there's
Okay, so we could. Everybody that's listening to this, you probably already know that she's crooked and that she should have been, you know, charged, indicted, and jailed long time ago. But it goes on. But things are closing in. They really, really are. Because, let me play this one first. We even have the Washington Times now coming out to say, well, why is the FBI leaning on this debunked Trump dossier and questioning people? Why are they? You know, it's like the walls are closing in. And it's a nice day for it to happen that way too, right on the anniversary. Link in the description box on that. Congressional testimony of Carter Page, who I just posted the thing about yesterday. They're questioning like how it is that FBI agents question their witnesses. You know, Representative Trey Gowdy, South Carolina Republican, was particularly interested in how the FBI is conducting its probe of the supposed Russian collusion with the Trump campaign. Mr. Gowdy, I have been a person in your corner because you are a bright man, but I am not really liking what I'm seeing right now, keeping an eye on it. That's the thing. I said before, I am fluid. I am not just going with one person and just saying, oh, because I don't know these people. You know them like you know them. Yes, 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 yes. If they start fucking up, then you have to, as a well-informed citizen, call them on it. And that includes everyone. So, yes, I like Mr. Fenton. I do. They do great work at Judicial Watch. Let's hear what he has to say.
Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton here with a major update about Judicial Watch's court battles to gain access to the Comey memos. The memos written by former FBI Director James Comey allegedly about conversations he had with Donald Trump. One of the memos he leaked to the New York Times through a friend to try to get a special counsel to criminally investigate the president. The Justice Department is saying that leak was unauthorized and has compared it in court filings to the WikiLeaks leaks. Well, it's incredible that the Justice Department is trying to protect James Comey, but they're doing it on behalf of Robert Mueller, the special counsel. I understand Mr. Mueller wants to protect his witness, but this act of corruption shouldn't be covered up by our government, and Judicial Watch is going to fight in court for these records.
And isn't that something? This is what we've been saying, those of us who have paid attention. The investigator who's investigating should be investigated because he's screwing up the investigation because he's corrupt too. And he's protecting people who should be getting called out in the investigation. Oh, what a web we weave. What a web we weave. Anyway, all those links in the description box. Again, happy anniversary.